Back with more disco. This time we got a disco.
In her late teens or early 20s, kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
You don't have to do anything.
I should, and I do.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's nice, eh? You should wear one too, if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Oh.
Your pulse rises. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
35. I want to pass that. How many points do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh! Oh, come on!
Lots of feeling. Feel it up.
Oh my!
Way up.
Oh my God! Fuck the hat? Is that what you just said to me? I can't believe you just told me to fuck the hat.
You're saying it really loud, but it's not coming out right. Maybe add more indignation.
So I should just take this hat I'm wearing and fuck it, right? Engage in sexual intercourse with the hat right here in front of you because you told me so. On the sea ice.
More.
Right here on the sea ice.
More.
Give you a little ice cop hat fuck show.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
The lieutenant is watching the scene unfold before his eyes, unsure how to react.
Is that how you see me?
The girl looks down, slowly curling into a ball. 3 figures on the spring ice. One, a shortish man, is standing with his shoulders slightly hunched. Another, a young woman, tries her best to ignore the third. A middle-aged man with spectacular sideburns, who's screaming at her with all his might. Across the bay, 2 figures watch the scene unfold through coin-operated binoculars. My God, one says in a concerned voice. Let me see, says the other. That's it. You've earned it. Start crying. Life's hard.
All right.
The young woman has kept her eyes trained on her wires, waiting for the sorry spectacle to end. But it's gone awful quiet up there. Then, the sound of sobbing. Looking up, she sees a grown man on the wrong side of 40, his face bloated from alcohol and God knows what else. Not so quietly, crying.
This isn't really about the hat, is it?
It is. It so is.
Okay, sure. You're not the only one with issues. I self-medicate. Shit, life's a horror, you know. Crying helps though. Get it out your system, and then maybe we can talk, okay? I'll be here.
What up, Kim?
Do you want to talk about what just happened?
That's probably a good idea.
Normally, I'm opposed to discussing one's feelings, especially on duty. But I think this is an exceptional case. So, what do you think happened?
A crygasm?
What?
It's when you totally break down and it feels a little better afterwards. I don't know where I got the expression from. May have just invented it.
In the future, could you please refrain from emoting too much on duty? The quasi-legal status of the RCM means we need to project strength twice as consistently as any other police force in the world.
Weakness is strength.
Not when projecting strength. Then it's just weakness.
Sounds like typical macho bullshit to me.
That may be so, but such is Revachol, and this is what is expected of us. in Revachol.
You get the feeling you're being handled with kid gloves because your cheeks are still soaking wet.
Glad to hear it was minor. Can you go on?
Absolutely. Superstars always get back up and try again.
Then let's go.
So, like, seriously, what's eating you, man?
There is a hint of pity in her eyes. Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing, and she wears thick black eyeliner. Most men wouldn't call her pretty. There is a manliness to her, a coarseness.
What's your name?
Estelle.
And your surname?
Why?
Why indeed? Forget it.
Okay.
Yeah, can we talk for a minute?
I was wondering when you would come around. What's up?
I guess there is something. It's been making my life hell.
What is it?
People just keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one understands that sometimes you gotta make sacrifices for the sake of progress. It's all very distressing.
So, the thing that's got you crying in front of strangers is the slow pace of social progress?
Don't get me wrong, I'm all for slow and steady progress. I just wish people would be a little more reasonable is all.
Okay. So you're not that upset, it sounds like.
I told you, I'm highly distressed by the state of affairs.
Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about, and not, I don't know, some chick?
Now you mention it, I found these letters I'd thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them not make me feel good.
There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
I don't remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica.
Yep.
Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
Next to nothing.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
Come to think of it, the whore could have written it to her lover.
Come on, man. Don't be like that. I mean, maybe she did, but you don't know that.
Feels good, though, doesn't it? The sting.
You're right, it doesn't help.
How come you don't remember, though? Is it, like, some selective memory thing?
You might have a point there. Selective memory.
Yeah. Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
Königstein wank? What's that?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Alright, I had some questions for you.
Sure.
What device you got there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
Got it.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what are you recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
And what are these recordings for? Cracks? Footsteps?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden. The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible, like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill, the quivering jaw, indications of a drug high.
Take this, your call.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Here, you need this more than I do.
Thanks.
You said it's supposed to be a musical place? What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
Boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
Well, I had some other questions.
Go ahead.
What's my empathy at? Okay. Shot, come on, we missed the first one. This is it.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
Sorry you have to sit out here on the ice with the drugs wearing off. At your age, or at any age. In this weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
People who built this world intended it to be better for you. They failed. It's easier to live in their failure with this by your side.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
The dark.
I know. I'll stick to it.
There is little you can do to help her now. But given the chance, you feel like you should. There is something about her. A weightiness. Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now. As an equal. A fellow human being.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
Can you tell me more about the music place you've been planning here at the church?
It's supposed to become, like, a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there is a black patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the ice. There will never be a club for anodic music here. Not in a million years.
So you want to turn the church into a club? Actually, what is anodic music?
You know, anodic,
Anodic,
cathodic,
pardon me.
music that's made with electronic instruments.
Got it. Now about the church.
What do you need to know?
Another question. Wait, you want to turn the church into a club?
No, it's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
I'll talk to them.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
Maybe.
Go ahead.
Actually, that's all for now.
Okay, bye.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader. Or at least he thinks he is.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
That was a good hat I gave up there. Been using it this whole time. She doesn't even put it on. Kidding me? What else can I chuck on my head here? The rhetoric sucks already, right? Pile of nasal sprays, brand name Nosafed Ultra. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled. Speaker, the big kind they use for live music.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
How many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
Is there something you wanted? Your friend Cecile said there was a problem with the church.
Ah, so you've met her. Good. Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that. The world.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are.
I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch.
Yes. And the worst part is, they're also spooky.
What do you mean spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit, people just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll look into it.
All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
Brought your own water?
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
Distilled water too.
Oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
What's with all the Nosafed?
The what now?
The Nosafed Ultra? You have a lot of it lying around.
Oh, the old Ultra. I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
Sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
No, Safed is the shit.
On to the next thing.
Yes. What?
Enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Wow. Godly 16%, eh? That's that for now.
Oh, you should have the key. We had to padlock the door to the church to keep more vagrants from wandering in. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Ooh, let's go. Let's catch it.
It's as
Damn
if
it.
time has frozen somehow. You think you can sense the key moving in the air. Yeah, this is going to be way cool. Blam! Straight in the eye. Straight in the old eye orb. In the looking ball. A stabbing pain. Tears stream uncontrollably from your right eye.
Ouch! God damn, asshole. What is wrong with you? Can't you see I'm in pain now?
Man, I'm super sorry. That was totally my bad. I got overexcited. Threw him too hard. I'm sorry.
He looks like he's genuinely sorry. He didn't throw them better.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You almost eye murdered me. A cop. That's use of lethal force.
I really am sorry, man. Just take this, okay?
Wow, looks like there's quite a lot there.
That's the least you could do, man.
I hope that settles it. Or wait. The key?
He is shifting in his spot, uncomfortably, still feeling sorry for the mishap.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
Dude, just give me 25 real.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Waushi tape player, nodding along to the music, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secrets.
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
Just gonna keep saying hardcore, aren't you?
Skibber-dee, skibber danger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do? Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? The young man with the...
This is hardcore. Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
So hardcore.
Is it though?
I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
Let's go again.
Back to the hardcore. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core. All right. Yeah.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Ah.
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
Just answer the question.
But there was no question.
Okay.
The club. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the meg. Internally coherent. All core. All
He furrows his...
hardcore.
The question is, what is the question?
It would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question?
Okay. Maybe I'm forgetting this.
The club. True.
Or maybe I have to do it when it's in the church. Is it?
Hardcore.
I don't know what to say.
Your cop training did not...
Okay.
The club. True.
Say nothing.
Hardcore.
Nothing.
Hardcore.
Nothing.
Internally coherent.
Nothing.
All core. All right.
He
Nothing.
furrows...
But seriously, I'm a little worried it
The question
isn't.
is, what is the question?
Just answer the question.
But there was no question.
Dang
The
it.
club. True. Hard.
Say nothing. But I mean, is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Materialski, materialski. The club. True. It's hardcore.
Ah, I clicked on the wrong one.
We're close.
True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega.
All
Here
right.
comes the night.
Is this advancing time when I just redo the same dialogue over and over?
Internally coherent.
Still say nothing.
All
Please tell me what are you doing?
Get the people going.
I see.
Yeah. Request. We're close.
True. Hardcore. Internally
nothing.
coherent. All car.
Nothing.
He
Nothing.
follows.
Hardcore. Ah.
So
Is it
hardcore.
though?
It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
The skin on your back is
Okay, there we
crawling.
go. That
For a
took me
second,
way
you
too
can't
long.
even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything
The
is
last one I
okay.
chose.
He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Said you were worried. What do you think's wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last months and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
It's only ultra hardcore.
It is, isn't it? I knew it. But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be?
Try to think if anything can make it hardcore.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah, he's doing it.
My imagination fails me.
I know, so does mine.
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Sounds suspiciously like, what is the question? I thought the question was, what is the question?
No, this is the answer.
Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
Actually, it's... maybe me being the police isn't gonna help us.
Oh,
Sure, maybe...
But there's something
Maybe...
else that hasn't failed you.
I'm the police.
huh?
Actually, it's more like to hinder us. Sounds especially like the question. What is the question?
This is the answer.
I need something extra.
Yeah.
Ooh. Physical instrument. Maybe your body can tell you what is missing.
No, that would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400-meter hurdles. Discus.
Did someone say disco?
Horrific Next Eye wants me to try again. Let's go again, baby.
You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate, in your heart that's alone, and in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every chordate animal.
Needs more bass
What?
and a melody. And a good melody is what makes the song really stick. So that you can't get it out of your head anymore.
Wow. Okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
I don't know. I was thinking you would know.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything about anodic music. I'm just a party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
He feels ashamed he can't be of more service to the future of dance music.
Okay, I'll look into it in an official capacity. It's up to the police to make the beats go harder.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's jam.
Yeah, maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
I wonder if I just did not read this last time, or if I didn't get the shivers for it, because I mean, obviously he says this pawn shop thing. Oh, look by the pawn shop. Look at the pawn shop, which is across the street from the tree that has the tape in it. But yeah, at least this literally tells you where to look instead of just randomly having to find the tape in the tree. Rue de Saint Ghislain. I've been there.
Oh, I know! I know this! I can tell you where it is! St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the whirling in rags in the industrial harbour. It's got the lanterns and the... I knew that! I could have said that! And the mosaic sidewalk.
But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway.
Feels cold.
Does it? Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman. Copman!
Bye, Egghead.
All right! Here comes the night!
Oh, nice little autosave.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good. It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
Sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Does this mean we need sign matching?
Yes. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Alright, we'll talk later. Someone's home away from home. Just like yours. Dusty pews in the shadows. Many seem to be missing. An altar shroud in the dark. Or something like that. It's too hard to tell.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood. The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area, its black holes and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city.
Strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. This grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. This blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Just want to check something in the settings. Okay, I was seeing if there was VSync on or something. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tapes spinning on empty. Portable Harman Waushi tape recorder. Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass. The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you, it covers you from the wind outside. In the darkness, you sense her eyes on you, inspecting you with their multicolored glass, as if you're a bug under a microscope. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips, and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse?
Compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Let's turn away for the moment. We can come back to that another time. This bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums, you can hardly hear your own breathing.
Stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Yell.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving.
What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Not really, but it's extraordinary. Never experienced anything like this. Can't hear shit.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Take a look. Ooh. Wonder what happens when you fail this.
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin.
What's the darkness like?
Filled with vague shapes of woodwork. The sense of a great height. It's like you see your own face reflected back at you in a vanishing geometry. A strange, alien image that's supposed to be you.
Is there anything in there?
There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
Officer, what are you looking at?
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Hey, Tiago, what are you doing up there, bud?
Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive, and is now studying you intently.
This is the police. Show yourself.
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to receive the mother's love. You can too, Holmes. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of that despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I could smell the control all the way over here.
Doing just fine, thank you.
I know it's hard to admit that you got a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look into my own heart and see I was in pain.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Look at these crazies. What is this shit?
Who do you think you are? Some crazy guy under the roof? What is this shit?
It doesn't matter who I am, Way. I'm just bringing you the message of the mother's love. She don't want you to hang yourself on your own stubbornness. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
This Mother of Silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with.
Do you know where the other spooker is?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Wait, so there is another person living in the church and it's a viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young.
Wait,
Oops.
what if it's Ruby?
Did it ever seem to you like she was hiding here from something?
You mean like a fugitive? No, man. Quite the opposite. I don't think she cared much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machines.
I see. And where is she now?
I told you, Holmes. I don't know.
Right. Thanks. I'll see if I can find her some other way.
You just have to wait until she comes back, or
Search through her radio computer.
Where do you come from?
up there, Holmes.
Must be something illegal about living in a church ceiling. I don't know what yet, but there must be.
Oh man, I would love to see that statue. I'm sure I'd be trespassing if the church was in use. But it's not, hombre. I done my share of illegal shit. Used to be in a gang, the whole deal. But even memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get to create a whole new me. Start again from scratch.
That's not really the point, I say. You gotta give yourself over to service. Service of the mother, that is.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
My name sets me apart from my fellows. How often do you meet a Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau?
Don't think I met one yet, Holmes.
That was him suppressing the chuckle.
What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
The mother of silence? You mean her?
No, no, no. There's a new god in town, and she can be painted or sculpted because she has no limb or even a face. She is the end. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
His adoration is beyond sexual. This cavity is something that no human form has.
What will happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, at one with the state of the world before reality began.
Sure you didn't just switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Let's agree to disagree.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it. I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
I heard you the first time. I have other questions, though.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me.
Trust you won't get in the way of some enterprising youth. Their business looks promising.
Wouldn't bother me none to have them spin music in here. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Okay then. Thanks. I'll be back again, friendo. Actually, let's take a look at this stuff quick. I'm not actually sure if this progresses time ever at all, interacting with things. I'm pretty sure it's just dialogue. Take that all. Take this. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. A figure drawn on the frost on the window, depicting a deer. Cracked pane of glass, colorful. It came from the stained glass window. Still has letters on it too. Spider has spun its web around this wood carved pillar. Ooh, those are some clean shoes. Wow, look at that, eh? Beauty. Beautiful. Alright. Time to get out of here. It's 10:06, you know what that means? Time to go find some crazy person with my gun. And then need to sneak out when Kim's away. Talk to Classier, hopefully, if there's time. And then, talk to, what's her name? Lilienne, maybe? By the,
Put your hands where I can see them.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now! Show me your hands! Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
You shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control.
The man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket.
Fear the threat! Fear the threat! Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground! Get on the goddamn ground!
I wasn't taking anything out of my pocket.
Get on the ground! I want you on the pavement right now! This is the pig! So
Subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
In her mind, the cavity search is happening, as long as she's saying it. It appears the things she says are very real to her.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
The situation looks bad. Calm yourself. Steady your breathing. This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded.
We could solve this peacefully. Please lower the weapon.
Officer in need of assistance! Suspect alert! Get on the ground!
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Let's just talk, alright?
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot! Big red key! Big red key!
Please identify yourself, ma'am.
It's a goddamn police shitbag! Hug the pavement! You're under arrest!
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs? She thinks she's a police officer. Try treating her like a police officer. A lower-ranking police officer.
Officer Pigs, W. Fredder Harrier Dubois requesting your sidearm for inspection.
What?
That's right, Pigs. Give me the gun. It'll be alright. You're mine. I mean, actually, patrol officer, you're in gross violation of the RCM Code of Conduct.
Sir?
In this moment of hesitation, she almost doesn't seem disturbed, but like someone suddenly waking from a deep sleep.
Patrol officer, I have to sign you up for a disciplinary hearing.
Easy. Press her too hard and she'll...
With a swift, poorly coordinated move, the woman slams the megaphone against her lips and teeth. A trickle of blood runs down her chin. She doesn't notice it.
Officer compromise! Unlawful impersonation! Pigs en route! Engage your will!
Okay, she's actually more agitated now. My bad.
Okay. You want drugs?
Confiscated contraband! Restricted access! 2 kilos missing! Eyewitness report compromised!
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
You're not the police. We are the police.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
Lieutenant Double Yefreder Harrier Dubois, 41st Precinct, is my partner, Lieutenant Kitsuragi from the 57th.
No! Oh no. No. I thought Mr. Moran. Gareth! Aggravated assault! Man down! Officers in pursuit!
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
We really are cops. Look, my badge.
License and registration! License and registration! Come in, dispatch! Sector! Azimuth!
She's losing it. One twitch and there would be blood.
Let's go for it, baby. Hand-eye coordination
All
2.
right. Here's the plan. You fling the chain cutters in her face, already darting right, and immediately close the distance. Left hand grabs the barrel, right one breaks the wrist. A drop of sweat runs down your nose, and in it you see the Martinez Inlet, wrapped in the night. In the abandoned fish market, 3 figures standing in a spectacular light show. A large, loud woman is pointing an empty firearm at the other 2. She doesn't want to listen, or even to be heard.
Go ahead. Pull the trigger. Dare you.
Suicide by cop! Split-second decision! Eat lead, scumbag!
God, I almost blew her head off.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. Police guns have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
She looks devastated. Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
No one ever us anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
Don't worry. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
What do you think's happening to her?
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
Understood.
I've had disturbances similar to this before. Many calls, but never this bad.
Sorry that's how your life turned out for you.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
Should we arrest her?
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without a gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
Yeah, Titus sounds like the man for the job.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late, and they might have already gone home. But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please, leave the radio on.
She stands motionless, just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe if you search her once more. The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them. Do. The old woman doesn't react to your touch. She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours.
I think so.
The lieutenant nods. You take the vial of Pyrrolidon and the bottle of speed as evidence, obviously.
You're taking those, are you?
Listen to him, for once.
You take them.
Thank you. I'm doing this to help you. We need to focus on the case.
He's grateful you did this.
All right. Got my gun. Let's go. We need to drop or stop by the room and get a couple. Jeez, it's already been an hour. Time flies, man, when you're playing some disco. Feels like I've hardly done anything. Like I just talked to the people at the tent.
This
Night, Kim.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
And time to sneak out. Not for anything bad. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Give me the tree. Give me the tree.
The hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, just like promised. You've stood here for what seems like eons, guzzling the sickly fumes of lorries and carriages.
Piss off, nature.
The hawthorn tree is not an inanimate object. It is a living thing. The thunk against the bark echoes with discontent. At first, the destructive urge felt exhilarating, as if it added something to your persona. But the feeling swiftly receded, leaving you with a sad emptiness. The gnarled hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain A wintry breeze blows by, making the magnetic tape flutter.
Good, Hawthorne.
The hurt feelings of the tree are not alleviated by this sudden display of care and emotion. You manipulative bastard. The younger stems and branches are adorned with sharp thorns that scratch your hand. Oh, whatever. This barely registers as damage. It was retaliation for your earlier assault. The trees, are they plotting something?
Alright, tree. You got me. Fair and square. We're even. For now.
Trees likely do not understand the concept of fairness. Better watch your back from now on. The tree looks by in silence.
Alright, interfacing. What do we got? What do we got? Feel like nothing besides the gloves I'm already wearing.
The gnarled hawthorn tree
Try it.
root with slow and deliberate motions, pulling, bending, and unraveling. You manage to extricate the magnetic tape from the branches. It curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you could find a way to re-spool it, so that you could hear what's on the tape.
What's coming, right? Yeah.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Now that Kim isn't here, let's talk about Sunday night.
Ah, yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you were a police officer.
It's one of the first things I remember doing in Elysium.
Wow. Elysium. You don't hear that term often.
She's a glib girl, but she liked the wording.
Did you hear something Sunday night from my room?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
I have any visitors?
I can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo.
Mentioned some loud disco music.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them. Oh, we're huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we go on all right.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing. Like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of that time, you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this?
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also...
What else?
That it doesn't matter anymore, and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
When you say wounded, you mean like a cool way, like a wild beast?
Yes, it was very cool.
Cool. Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
It's so me. What did I do?
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
there anything else?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Thank you.
No problem, sir.
That's all for now. I was wondering if there'd be more to that, because that part I guess I remembered fairly vividly, since in my mind I was thinking I'd already heard that this playthrough, even though I guess I only heard it in January when I played this game last, 3 months ago.
The Copper NATO is back. What do you want?
There's an old catatonic lady in the old fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
If you want to be the local law enforcement, these kind of things fall on your shoulders.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yep, her.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Courant or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Hey, wasn't Everard's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig.
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do.
Nope, didn't have anything in mind.
No? Well, whatever then, Copper.
No. They totally said what it was. What was it? Anyone remember?
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk.
Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, anything else we can help you with?
What's her name? Her real name?
Auntie LaPlante. We always called her. Something LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
Marianne Amigo LaPlante.
Fuck you, Pig. What the fuck you are playing at, huh?
Easy, Al. Don't let him get to you. Have one for Auntie LaPlante, huh?
Don't disrespect Miss LaPlante, Copper. She's good people. We all get a little crazy sometimes.
How did she get like this?
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
More like who wouldn't? Cool uniforms, fast machines, packing heat, sign me up.
You are already signed up, Cerdo. This guy is seriously damaged.
Nah, don't worry about it, Al. The cops want to dress up and play policeman. Let them. We'll keep doing the real work.
Who was she?
Was. Like before. Just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little off, but still.
The children kept her together.
Where'd she get all the cop gear?
Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Station 41. A man carries a crate of rusted, unused badges. You think these would net us something at the annual auction? A balding detective drags a comb futilely across his head. Shit, who'd want those? Just dump them into the river.
Thanks for helping out with this one, Titus.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough. We're the real heroes on these streets.
Gonna take off now. There's certain dialogue options sometimes, like that one right there. Where'd you get all the cop gear from? That I wonder if it could have a bad result. Like, oh, what do you mean cop gear? Oh, wait, I remember. Yeah. Everett said that she found your freaking gun, man. Freaking idiot. Loser. You suck, man. You're stupid shit cop, man. You lost your freaking gun. Old lady with mental health issues, bro. Jeez. Look at my inventory quick. A bundle of magnetic tape. Empty cassette case. Like, can I combine these? Just moves them around. Interact. Okay, maybe they'll fix it up for me. I don't recall. Alright, time to ask this lady on a date, bro. Now that Kim's not around to make it all awkward.
Hi, the sea's gonna calm down
Suggestion
soon.
6, bro.
The wind is...
Okay, 1 second. Sorry, lady. Just double checking if I got any suggestion. I kind of think I don't. Oh, right there. That'll help you suggest a few things for sure. I look ready to make some suggestions. Wow.
Hi, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast.
Okay, you wanna go on a date? Shit!
You need to get your drink on. There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals.
I like you, but I'm afraid to be around you because you're a woman.
Okay. Where's this going?
I need to be drunk. You do too. Please get drunk with me on a drunk date.
Absurdly and pointedly phrased. You can be quite funny, officer. Anyway, what did you want?
She doesn't even understand. You asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now.
Okay. Okay, lady. Suggestion 8.
Hi, the sea's gonna calm down
Let's
soon.
go.
I can feel it.
Yes!
I think she really needs more of that after a man died at sea.
What do I do then?
What if I told you it is actually possible to go on a date sober?
I'm listening.
Before recorded history, men and women were able to do simple, very primitive things together sober. Acknowledge the situation and keep it basic.
I'm a drunk. Don't know if you've noticed. So I usually ask people to drink with me.
I have, and I don't really.
This time, though, thought I'd ask for a walk.
Just a walk? I don't know, officer. I would not have taken you for an innocent perambulator.
I am. That's why you should definitely agree.
Where would this walk take us, officer?
There's a nice view on the beach I found. Land's End.
All right. I will walk with you. But you need to understand that nothing is going to happen. We're just walking.
Good old-fashioned walk. I like it.
Me too. It's been ages since I just had a normal conversation with one of you guys. All right, I'll go put the kids to bed and we'll meet at Land's End in 15 minutes.
She doesn't wait for an answer. You better get ready.
Do I have time to get ready? What do I do? Never done this before.
Was
Building
that
lands in.
acceptance? It feels so normal, nourishing even.
Okay, what do I... Ooh. I mean, a nice jacket, maybe? How about, No, I like, you know, let's put this on. I look like a fisherman, right? Patrol cloak. I like that. Am I cool with my shirt I got on here? -1 empathy. Do that. What are we looking at for pants here? Electrochemistry. Some jeans, maybe? Casual jeans for a little walk on the beach. We thinking shades or no shades? It's a bit dark for shades, right? I like it. I like the look.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something, soft, yet crinkly. Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere.
Uh-oh. I don't think I put these jeans on last time I played either. Let's take a look at this chewing gum.
There it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant summer. The surface of another planet or some ancient temple.
Ancient temple?
Yes, from the height of antiquity. A long, long time ago. Millennia ago. On an island of time you can never return to.
End of summer.
The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. Instead, it turns to liquid gold. For a moment, the world's store of precious metals seems to increase dramatically, and you are rich. There is a movement next to you, the shuffle of a small coat, warm like the evening. But when you turn toward it, there's nothing there.
Wait, where'd it go?
Why are you talking to a gum wrapper?
Take a deep, deep breath.
Bitter, citrus, sweet. It seems to grow stronger, like a glow, with every breath you take. Until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts behind your closed eyes. Made of toffee, cream, and distance. You just had to take a dive. Feels so familiar.
Well. Oh, 5 hours though. Apricot chewing gum, scented one. I'm gonna look this up. Chewing gum, scented one. Just gonna assume, yeah, that the disco link comes up. And I want to see what the effects are. Oh. Reaction speed? What's my reaction speed right now, bro? Wow, my hand-eye coordination can freaking go through the roof. I mean, is that what it takes down? A hand-eye coordination? I already forget. What was it? Reaction speed. Okay, reaction speed. Reaction speed. For a max of 4 on my reaction speed. Hand-eye coordination, yeah, through the roof. I want to do it. I want to do it. You know, I was thinking about gum. I was thinking about chewing gum, right? I was thinking about, I think there was like Trident peach gum, or not peach gum, like some fruity kind of gum that I had when I was a kid, you know? It made me think of that. I haven't had gum in ages. The store is closed for today. Time for the kids to sleep. Yeah, that made me remember I had the taste in my mouth of it. like a orange pinkish wrapper. Was it Trident? I don't know. I can't even think of like the names of any brands of gum. Literally, like I stopped chewing gum when I was like, I don't know, 17 or something. Like 8, 9 years, something like that. I don't know, but we're on here with Lilienne. What's up, Lilienne?
The woman gazes steadily at the waves. A sudden gust picks up her dark hair and lets it fall again, tousled, wild. She brushes a few stray locks from her eyes, and only then spots you approaching.
Aye, so here you are. It's late and it's snowing. The snow is... well, it's not really snow, it's slush. Know that you're not the first guy to bring a girl to Land's End. This is what the locals call a make-out spot. That is not going to happen here today. I just want to make that clear, Dimples.
Her thoughts are still elsewhere, with distances across the water, and with the water itself.
Seem surprised that I made it.
Drinking men aren't known for keeping their appointments.
It's a rock star thing, tardiness.
Aye, you're the starriest of them all.
Her laughter is throaty and warm. It rhymes with the waves and the cries of the gulls.
Here it comes.
So fast as to make it seem like the weather turns at her command.
Wait, did you just do that?
Me? No. Just grew up on the sea. Know which way the wind's blowing and all. Knew the weather'd clear up once we got here. Otherwise, it would have been a less pleasant stroll, nay?
Ooh, you know, past incarnation of myself called himself Tequila Sunset. Wonder why that is.
It's a common Ravisholian expression. Means drinking yourself to death.
Oh. Found a corpse recently. He'd had a Tequila Sunset moment.
And what about you? Keeping the name?
This is a new model of me. I don't need a new name.
Can't wait to hear it.
The remains of the dying sun are reflected in the waves and the skyscrapers rising across the bay. Your mind clears for a moment as your senses take it all in. Not just the glass skyscrapers, fragile looking in the shimmering air. River Esperance flowing into the bay.
Isn't it strange for this all-powerful thing, the sun, to be so generous towards us? You know, the best time to go out fishing is usually towards sunset, when the water is warmer.
The sun also falls on the Capeside tenements and war-torn ruins. An old sea fortress juts out, seemingly impervious to the sheen cast over everything else, shaking you out of your reverie. The sun does little for the dead, and those hopelessly lost in their own minds, or people living in desert climates with sparse vegetation and little drinking water.
Is that why you named your boat the Sun?
Oh, that was a bit of pride and a bit of superstition.
There's salt in the air, and the cries of the gulls and the skuas, grit of the sand and the green glint of broken bottles. But still your gaze always returns to the dazzling streaks of light, wherever they may be reflected, their fading opulence.
It's bringing us spring, summer. It's entirely on our side, no matter what we do or who we are, for absolutely no reason. It's unlike no other powerful being, certainly no powerful organization or government. How can that be?
Well, something's gotta be on your side.
I guess we wouldn't really be here if that thing wasn't on our team.
Wow. who do you think killed the hanged man? You have a fish hook in your ears.
These aren't real fish hooks, silly. They're earrings shaped to look like fish hooks. A drunk called Rosemary brought them to me. I kept them.
She's right. They're made mostly of plastic. A cheap novelty gift you can buy from a flower shop or a kiosk. The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the setting sun.
It's an interesting lilt in your voice.
Thank you. I'm half Ubi. My mother was from Ubi Sunt. Not a lot of sun there, I hear, though I've never been.
The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the setting sun.
So you want to go visit La Delta?
It's enough that my fish goes there. 50 real a piece they ask for spring cod.
Out on the terrace of La Fru de Fond, a hip business lunch spot in downtown La Delta, glasses clink over a spread of oysters. Someone can't decide what to eat. Someone recommends a ceviche. Someone shields her eyes, trying to see across the bay.
So, who do you think killed the hangman?
Good one. I'm gonna go with the rope.
Oh, dang it. I asked this and then it went down on the friggin' check. Conceptualization. Dang it. 1 point. Oh. 8%. Let's go.
Say
no.
What? Something interesting. Impossible.
Something was very pretty. Sorry I didn't have something I had.
Thank you. Out there on the other planet, the sea, you start seeing things in a strange light. I'm glad I got to share it. You know, the wind's gonna pick up soon, and I have to go, but have this. The sun's good, but it doesn't stick things.
Sure.
I've no use for it anymore.
Don't need it?
No. Men around here are too drunk to pose a threat to me.
Think we could do it again sometime?
Doubt it. But thank you for the company.
This is as far as it goes with her. You'd need to put a year between you and your last drink for anything more.
Thanks for coming on this walk with me.
Farewell.
I got a sword. I got a sword. Let's go.
As she walks off, the wind picks up and the light from the sun seems to fade. The crumbling silhouette of failed electrical R&D towers in the distance, beckoning.
Kind of sick. Dude. What? Let's go, man. Holy smokes. Yeah.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. This is your gun. It's more of a symbol than anything else, because there is always a rational, sensible, reasonable solution to every situation. Sheathe it and know you have the moral high ground.
Okay, what about the sword, though? What about the sword? What is the sword giving me? What kind of vibes are we getting from the sword? Nothing? Are you kidding me, bro? Okay, let's save there. I'm really tempted here to reload that save and try again on the conceptualization thing. I gotta do it. Because after I sleep on this, one, I won't have much else to do. I'm gonna try once, put a point in conceptualization, give myself some time to think, get that little buff there. Wait a second. Do I have conceptualization clothes? Conceptualization, very nice. Skip through this dialogue. Should have quick save closer to her.
The woman gave.
I
Okay.
know that you're
Yep.
not.
Her thoughts are
Yep. Tardiness.
her love
Here it comes.
so fast as to
Me?
Oh, you
Knew the
didn't do
weather'd
that, did
clear
you?
up.
Okay,
It's
the
a common
sunset.
Ravisholian expression.
Found a corpse
And what about
recently.
you? Keeping the name?
There's a new model of
Can't wait to
me.
hear it.
the remain.
Isn't it strange?
The sun, or people living in desert climates.
So we named it both the sun.
That was a bit of pride.
I enjoy the
sword.
view.
It's bringing us spring, summer.
Something's got to be on
I
our
guess
side.
we wouldn't really be here if that thing wasn't on our team.
An interesting lilt in
Thank
your
you.
voice.
The wind ruffles her hair as she
You have
looks.
fish hooks in your ears.
The wind ruffles her hair as she looks.
Do you go to the Delta
out
or
on
want to
the
visit
terrace
there?
of La Fruit
Okay,
de Fond.
time to think.
Hit business lunch spot in
Conceptualization, level up,
Glasses
accept
clink
and
over
close
spread of
42%.
Some say
And it was a waste of time. Do I do it again? Do I dare do it again? I'm gonna do it again. 42% chance. Come on. That wasn't that much time, right? I just want to hear what the dialogue is. Gimme. Wait, I didn't accept it. Or did I? Okay, I did. Tools. Close. Conceptualization. Guess I can drop a quick save closer this time, as I just talked about the fact that I should have dropped one closer. Didn't really think that through, did I? I was just gambling on me getting it. I was like, oh, I gotta get it.
The woman.
I know that you're.
The thoughts.
Look at her tardiness.
You're.
Her love.
Here it comes.
So fast as to.
Me?
Did you do that?
It's a
Yeah, the
common
sunset.
And
Of course,
what about
recently.
you?
New model
Oh,
of
wait.
me.
The remains of.
Isn't it strange?
It
The
is.
sun, or people living in
The sun, the boat.
and a bit of
Enjoy the view.
salt.
It's bringing us spring, summer.
Something's
So
on
I
our
guess
side.
We wouldn't really be here if
The
things.
fish hook.
She's right. The wind.
Thank
Your
you.
voice.
The wind
The
ruffles.
delta.
Out on the terrace of La Fruit.
42%.
A hit save.
Damn it. One more time. One more time. This has got to be it. It's my fourth try. A 42% chance for my third attempt. I just want to know what the dialogue is, man.
I know that.
I'm going to reload the other save. I don't want to waste a point on it. I'm just
elsewhere.
curious.
With this,
I.
her love.
Here it comes.
So fast.
Me? Knew the weather. It's a common revisher. And what about you? Can't wait.
The remains of
Isn't it strange?
the sun, or people living in desert climates with
Oh.
and a bit of the salt.
It's bringing us spring, summer. I guess we wouldn't be.
She's right. The wind. Out on the terrace of.
Thank you.
The wind ruffles.
Come on!
Here we go.
Yes!
Two different approaches to cap this off with style.
Ooh, a massive thermonuclear reaction? The only fault the sun is. Yeah, a massive thermonuclear reaction, 5 billion years old. The sun is a god.
Aye. And a benevolent one. When did you last have one of those on your side?
In my early 20s, maybe?
Well, now you have that giant thing to watch over you. So, to hell with youth. You know, the wind's going to pick up soon, and I have to go. Have this.
You sure?
No. Men around here are too drunk to pose a threat to
Maybe
me.
we can do this again sometime?
Doubt it.
This is as far.
Farewell.
Alright. Cool. Appreciate it, lady. Was that worth it? Yeah. I like a little bit of science, bro. Where was my save? Was this it? 54. It's 6 minutes past 7 o'clock now. So yeah, I guess I just did that for 6 minutes. Let's go hit the hay. And then we got a day of disco tomorrow. When I visit the wrong side of the land here. When I visit the church again. Tell the boys they can move in. So dark. Very limited field of view at night.
It's getting cold.
Enter the shack.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down.
Go to sleep.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you forever on ferrotape.
Spinning, spinning. Tell me, am I dreaming?
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Spending an eternity.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Rising above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The rain, the snow? I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent, picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right. I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the money, baby. For the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists.
trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
We're making progress. Measured, steady progress. Here he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He doesn't see the world. It's the world that's changing him. Reading this really poorly.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Feel the pillow below your cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the wind.
Yes, the wind. Oh, let's go, baby. What do we got on my mind here?
You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now.
What is it?
It's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here. Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. The center isn't holding, and despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse.
Thought they were going pretty well.
Oh, sure. You've been making progress on your case, interviewing people, solving side tasks. But who's focusing on the big questions?
What am I supposed to do?
You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité.
Thought I was assigning responsibility for the murder.
Harry, you're thinking about this too narrowly. La responsabilité isn't concerned with trivial questions like who killed who. It's about the real issues, the human welfare index, the price of staple goods, the transition to real democracy.
All right, give it to me. I'll accept the responsibility.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can simply seize la responsabilité for yourself. It must be given by legitimate authority, like a committee. You don't need no stinking committee. You're the law.
But I'm the law. Can't I just do it myself?
Really, Harry, you know in your lungs that true authority flows from institutions, not individuals. That's the single principle that separates civilization from barbarism. Technicalities. If you want your work to be accepted, you'll have to go through the appropriate process.
And who should sit on this committee?
Only the most even-keeled minds in Martinez. Your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start. Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise to assign it among yourselves.
I'm prepared to take on this awesome burden.
Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
Okay. Well, that is it for this episode of the Disco Elysium Let's Play. Likes, comments, always appreciated. Till next time. Bye for now.